Welcome to Matching Birthdays for Happiness. Welcome to Matching Birthdays for Happiness. My name is Valerie, and I'm hoping that someone will arrive today. I actually have not live stream, streamed in maybe a year. And so I'm here today just to acclimate myself to live streaming and also just to introduce the 5 ingredients of matching birthdays for happiness. Now, when someone arrives, I will just get into a brief um, back and forth relating to each other, relating with you with regards to your ingredients, identifying those ingredients once someone arrives. As I've stated, this is Matching Birthdays for Happiness, which includes 5 ingredients in your birthday. And it's all about birthday compatibility. I have been actually, Matching Birthdays has been in existence since 2022. Actually, it became official in 2022. However, years before that, I was using the system on almost every relationship, every friendship, every relationship that I heard about, witnessed, just to get some idea of the dynamics within the relationship, why it was working and why it wasn't working. So I have had a long experience with using this system, Matching Birthdays for Happiness. Now, as I've stated earlier, there are 5 ingredients in your birth date. And I want to know if you can hear me in the chat. Put a yes or a Y if you can hear my voice. Thank you so much for being there. Roy, is it Robert? Thank you so much for being here. Let me know if you can hear my voice in the chat by placing a Y or yes, Y for yes in the chat. I appreciate it. So this, as I stated, this is my first live in, I'd say, a year, maybe 2. And I've had my channel for a long time, and I spend a lot of time making videos, which are intense at times, time consuming, and I refuse to use AI. I guess that's going to be to my detriment, but I like the idea of creating my own videos. Anyway, Robert, can you hear me? If not, I understand. I'm happy that you are here. I really appreciate it. You'll find on my channel there are a number of videos, and they all have to do with, to a certain extent, birthday ingredients. Now, some of them I do go off on a tangent about the celebrity that I am assessing, but it all starts with the birthday ingredients. Now, there are 5 ingredients in your birth date that I focus on, which helps me to identify relationships. It helps me to understand compatibility, the potential compatibility when I meet someone or when I know of a couple. I sort of secretly assess their ingredients. Now, most people don't even engage in birthdays. They do not engage in astrology or numerology, but I find this very, very useful. Astrology and numerology is very useful. It can give you positive definitions of who you are or potentially of who you could be. But sometimes I think the definitions that can be found for each ingredient, we can all relate to, but it takes practice and awareness of what your date of birth means and implementing those characteristics or traits. So we are influenced by a lot of things, and sometimes we get off kilter, we get off track, or we lose our way. And sometimes it's a matter of just going back and revisiting who you are, who you want to be, and who you can be. So I hope that we have more people join this evening. I don't foresee myself being very long here. I am sort of doing it cold turkey. I had a very busy day today, but I was thinking about this live and what I might present. I have so much information, and I find that I have stacks and stacks of papers that may say the same thing, but in a different way. And that's kind of annoying because I need to eliminate a lot of the redundancy. But I enjoy matching birthdays for happiness. And on a daily basis, I am assessing people's birthday ingredients. And I just set up a video today. I uploaded a video today on Rachel Ward. Now, Rachel Ward was or is an actress, and she was in the Thornbirds. And I love that movie so much. The series that existed, or it was first aired in 1983. Very, very good series. And I bought the book actually and read the book, and I thought I just couldn't get enough of it. So anyway, I uploaded that video today. Once again, I hope that you can hear me. It looks as though my microphone is detecting my voice. So Robert, do you care to share with me, where are you from? What state, country? Maybe not. So I've been live for how long now? 7 minutes, going on 8. That's pretty good. I was thinking a whole hour, but I'm not sure. I think what I'll try to do this week is go live as much as possible. But this live is all about speed relating, and that means identifying your ingredients and basically giving you the description of your ingredients. For instance, if you are a Leo, Leos are dynamic. I love Leos. I love their energy. I would define your Leo definition, or give you what I have here as far as Leos, and go from there. We could talk about your personality number, your destiny number. Here it is. So Leo is the 5th sign of the zodiac. They love being center stage, making an impression. Leos are ambitious and accomplish a great deal. Now, this horoscope sign is also creative, makes their endeavors fun for them and everyone else. They do love pleasure and being the center of attention, and I'm all for that. I love people who love the limelight. I love it too, but I think more Leos can actually use it or take control of the limelight better than I could. So there it is, Leo, the zodiac sign Leo, Western zodiac sign. So yes, I am excited about this week coming forward, going live and getting the experience of going live. Now, I've been told many times you need to go live, but I enjoy making my videos. I hope that they are entertaining. I think sometimes they can be boring, and I've decided to use chat to help me get just deliver a better script with some humor involved, and I've done that on the last 2 videos. And I kind of want to be clever as well, and deliver some double entendres, like you might hear of in, there's a series called, where she always wrote about her friends, and it always ended up in a double entendre. And I thought that's the clever way of going about this channel, if I could deliver double entendres in my scripts. But anyway, I'm here, and I'm hoping that others will arrive, and we can start speed relating. And speed relating, once again, we are going to be using the birthday ingredients to relate to. Um, I would like to uh, have more people involved here as soon as possible. And I know that's just wishful thinking because this is my first one, and who knows will show up. But I'm so thankful that I finally have at least 1,400 subscribers. That is a godsend. I have been trying for years, and I know it requires consistency. So anyway, I'll get off that spiel. But yeah, it's all about birthday ingredients, your personality numbers, 1 through 9. Now you can determine what your personality number by adding your month and the date of your birth. For instance, if you were born January 10th, that means 1 plus 10 equals 11. And then you want to reduce that to one digit. 1 plus 1 is 2. So you would be a 2 personality. And we would give you that description of the 2 personality. 2 people are basically the greatest assistants. They are good at assisting and helping others. They are the peacemakers. They are just wonderful people that offer their services, and they attain success through helping others. They reach the top. Look at Bill Clinton. His personality number was number 2. He became the president of the United States. So I look at that and I set that as an example. I mean, he did some other things that were not good examples, but he's a 2 personality. And there are a lot of 2 personality people that reach the top, and they are the greatest helpers. And there's nothing wrong with being of service to others. So yeah, we add up the birthday, we add up the month and year, we get that personality number, then we get the destiny number. And as I assessed Rachel Ward, her personality number is 3. Great communicator, wishing to be perfect, um, entertaining communication. She actually was in the right field for her personality number in the entertainment field as an actress. Now, 3 people are sociable, highly sociable people, artistic, captivating, and she was also, her destiny number is 7. Now, 7 people are highly intelligent. Now, they tend to know or have that information that others do not have. They have a way of asserting themselves and can be quite blunt at times. I find it hysterical, but they're very serious people, and I respect them because they can be highly intelligent and very informative. In their um, cynical kind of way, or I wouldn't want him to. I really wouldn't want to insult them, but they have their own way of expressing themselves. And it takes sometimes a thick skin to digest it. And I take it because I understand their character and I know it when I see it. So yeah, I kind of look for it. When I learned of your date of birth, I immediately assess it and just look for those traits. So yeah, I'm here to define the birthday ingredients and see who's in the chat and see how we can compare and look at your friends. If you remember or know of your friends' birth dates, that would be helpful in your relationships with them, identifying their characteristics and wondering why you connect so well with your friends or not. Sometimes it's right there in the birthday. And that's been my experience. People that I have had a tough time communicating, where we bumped heads or we kind of communication did not mesh. I said, wait a minute, what's going on here? And come to find out, the elements didn't match. And so you learn, if you understand that, you learn how to deal with that and how to get along in spite of that disconnect there. And sometimes it's just an art of communication. It's the art of conversation that has to take place. And that means you're just not, you don't have expectations, high expectations of something that's really going nowhere. So anyway, it's now 15 minutes in, and I'm sort of rambling, but what I'm going to do here is maybe give it another 5 minutes. And Robert, I am so happy that you're here. Um, give it another 5 minutes, which will be 20 minutes in, and then end it and then return tomorrow. Like I said, it's my intent to go live every day with a speed relating event. And that means getting to know one another via our birthday ingredients. And I think that's where every relationship should start. You know, oftentimes we meet people and think, oh, they're great, they're wonderful. But everybody has that moment, those early moments of just enjoying the person you're meeting. And it's out of a need to communicate with someone else, and you're happy about that. But you got to really find out, is there potential for a higher level of happiness or compatibility? Yeah, I'm talking about when you meet someone, you want to be on your best behavior, you want to be likable, you want to learn about the person and share with them about things about yourself. Not much, but just some things, and go from there and see how it goes. But I think that we all want friends, and we all should have friends friends with three or more matching ingredients, if you ask me. And I think that's a good start. And oftentimes I'm finding people that do have three or more matching ingredients. It's a good relationship. It can last forever without consummation or consummation. I don't think that's the word. Commits. I forget the word now, but I think you may know what I'm saying. So, yeah, we want to. What I want to do is, once I start to go live more often, is to talk with my audience about their ingredients, and then want you to share with me um, the birthday ingredients of, or the personality ingredients of a friend of yours, your best friend. For instance, their number and your number. And I'd like to see that in the chat as well. So, as I stated, I would like to just talk for 2 more minutes and then end the chat and return tomorrow. Thank you, Robert, for being here. I really appreciate it. It's such a blessing for one person to be here. And I know it's a slow start. I've heard of a number of YouTubers that have said starting it's a rough go. No one shows up, but you have to be consistent, and you build it, and they will come. So yeah, it's Matching Birthdays has been here for a number of years. I have a book, and you can also find my ebook in my descriptions on my videos. You will also see my hardback or soft cover. It's on Amazon, and I'm going to update that with a new edition because it covers a lot, and it also has extra sheets in it for calculating your relationships, making assessments of people in your life, your family, your sisters, your brothers, your aunts, your uncles, and understanding them better. Sometimes we have no, well, I want to say in families, there are conversations that should be had, and sometimes you cannot break the barrier. There are barriers that are placed in place in relationships, family relationships, and you just don't really know how to go beyond the wall that has been set up. And it's something that wasn't set up by you, or how should I say it? Not set up, but it was something that occurred between you and others in your family that you had nothing to do with. It's just the way that um, when there's a lack of communication, there's a lot of assumptions that are made, and we have to find a way around understanding why we're not communicating and how we communicate better. So sometimes I have to look at those birthday ingredients and wonder, okay, what is the barrier here? And sometimes the birthday ingredients will explain it. And once I find that out, I have to create conversation, some kind of way, create that dialogue and go from there and implement it, start the conversation and see how far it goes. It can be tough at times because people have their own way of communicating and they have their ways of cutting you off. And you sometimes have to have your thick skin and hang in there with the punches that you receive as you try to break through and find a playing field or a place, some sort of relationship, something that we both can discuss. But anyway, I'm rambling now. What I will do at this point is it's now 21 minutes into this stream. I'm going to end it and return tomorrow. Tomorrow about the same time. Maybe not tomorrow because I do have a Zoom call tomorrow with another group. So I look forward to tuning back in on Tuesday. And Robert, I do hope you return. I thank you so much for being here. I will see you then, hopefully. Thank you for tuning in to Matching Birthdays for Happiness. Goodbye.